Hello Twin Flames, welcome to the weekly check-in reading. So it is currently Monday the 2nd of May here. So this is going to be from the 2nd till the 7th, I think, 7th or 8th, I can't remember. To the 8th, sorry, yes. So let's get started. So I channeled some week ahead energy. So let's start with the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Feminines this week, a lot of like randomness is coming up to the surface. So a lot of dreaming about old friends, old life, and that feeling of like actually missing them and wanting to reconnect. So I feel like for those feminines who are sensing that sort of energy, it's very strange for you. It's not normal, which it's catching you off guard. So allow this to sort of sit with it for a bit and allow it to just exist. Don't try to I guess, understand it too quickly. I feel like the message regarding that will be revealed in due time. Also, in the dreams, you might be dreaming about setting boundaries with people, with needy people, even if it hurts or feels uncomfortable. So this could be like a thing that's happening in the waking life or thing that's needing to happen in the waking life when it comes to needy people. So keep an eye out for that, because I feel like, because this is essentially what I was dreaming. I was dreaming of an old friend that I had to sort of like walk away from and let her deal with this sort of stuff. And I feel quite fond of this old friend. I don't really know what happened with us. I think we just drifted. It was one of those things where I was growing and changing in different areas of my life, and we both just went separate ways. I saw her the beginning of last year, and we had a great time together, and it was just like nothing had ever changed. I can't actually remember much about that friendship other than that it was fun, and I really loved having her as a friend. So I don't feel it was emotionally heavy or charged. I don't feel like she was needy, so I'm not really sure. Maybe this is like talking about, and it doesn't have to be a friend, right? So if this is resonating for you, this is talking about like just the people in your life, maybe family members, friends, partners, anything like that, co-workers. This could be indicating that in a certain type of interpersonal relationship that you have, there's a running theme where you sort of either keep the peace, or you're just cool being. You don't really ever feel the need to have a fight or an argument with this kind of person, but you are always there. You're always there for that person. You're always there for those people. And while on the surface it doesn't feel like it's an issue, it may be. They're giving me nose, something to do with the nose. You know when you go underwater in a pool and water goes up your nose, that feeling? I just got that for some reason. That was really strange. So needing to set boundaries with needy people, or when people are being needy, or when people don't realize or understand that they're taking too much of your energy or too much of your time, there's a need to learn to set boundaries there, even if you don't feel it necessary. So take that with that what you will. Missing old times and old friends, and then I've just got why. So that's what we're gonna hopefully get to today, because I feel like for whatever reason this is relevant and necessary for the twin flame journey. As well, I feel like too, I don't ever really tend to have friends when I'm in a relationship, and I've always wondered why that is. I always put it down to my neurodivergence, me being autistic, that I just can't have more than one favorite person at a time. I can't focus on more than one person consistently. So I can like go for 2 weeks where I'm two, maybe even a month where I'm still talking to my friends or talking to a certain person, but it can't be more than one person. I can't handle it. But I think there's something else here that we're not sort of seeing, and especially because the whole twin flame collective, the divine feminines that I'm connecting with, aren't all going to be autistic. So there's something more there. So we've got transcendence. So transcending above the normal. What is our normal? I just seen 444. What is the normal? I'm going to look at a number in here. So for the week, the angel number that with a message is 781. So let's have a look. So it says, angel wisdom is inviting you to recognize your own contribution to the path that you are on. The experiences that you are having wouldn't be the same without you, and it's important you recognize the light and talents you are bringing to the world. Let me just read that again. Let me see what I get from that. Angel wisdom is inviting you to recognize your own contribution to the path that you are on. The experiences that you are having wouldn't be the same without you. And it's important you recognize the light and talents that you are bringing to the world. So I feel like a lot of the feminines are realizing as well, or when you think about things, especially like, you know, maybe even with situations with friends or situations with family or even your divine masculine, right? You might be noticing or thinking about how they're making me pause for some reason. Give me a sec, guys. There's something, I think something wants to come through, but there's nothing in my brain, but they're making me pause for some reason. Angels, bro, what is it? Can't even remember what I just said. Okay, so thinking about the other, so we are always very aware of how others play, you know, the role that others play in our lives and how that influences us and how that affects us. But I feel like we aren't ever really aware of the roles that we play in others' lives and how that affects the world or the collective, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's what this is sort of getting us to realize. I think realizing the impact that we have. So I feel like this week, Divine Feminines, you may experience some things, or you may have some conversations with people where you are realizing, or you're being told, or something's making you realize the impact that you have on the world, on those around you this week, which is really exciting. What's happening for the Divine Masculines this week? It's really interesting. The way I channel for the Divine Feminines is through me and through what I'm experiencing, usually the night before I get on here and do this weekly reading. But the Divine Masculines, I sit here and I tune in, and it's just straight random things, like straight to the point. Meerkats came through. So talking about protection and group efforts. So this is an energy they're going to be in this week. And then I got a puzzle piece, so fitting things into place. But when you're working a puzzle, it's very intentional. So they're intentionally putting the pieces together this week. I feel like for their own lives, as well as within the connection, regardless of whether they're intentionally putting the puzzle pieces together within the connection, even if it is just their own lives, right? That still plays a huge part in the divine counterpart connection, the twin flame connection. Surfing, okay, so riding the wave. They're really riding the wave, and they're fitting things into place. It's like things are clicking. Propositions is a theme for them this week. Proposing something. Some masculines are going to actually propose. Other masculines, are going to propose something to their feminine, or they're proposing things in their life, or they're accepting propositions in their life from work, family, whatever it is. But there's propositions. And I heard propositions, what was it? Propositions with or to angelic beings. So I don't know if they're like asking for the universe's help, or asking for help from their angels or guides this week about something. Okay. Ooh. Sorry. Then I saw a circus tent, which indicates playfulness, fun, entertainment. Okay. And we're going to channel song Missing Piece by Vance Joy. Okay. So the angel number that we've got for the masculines is 927. Know that your prayers have been heard. I was so confused with the propositions with angelic beings, or propositions to angelic beings. And then this came along. Know that your prayers have been heard, and the answers will come to you according to divine timing. So whether they're consciously or subconsciously asking for help, they're asking for help, they're praying. They're literally praying for help. So love that for them. We might see a bit about that, see what's coming up for them, see what they're praying about, things like that. Let me have a sip of my drink quickly. Alrighty. So, let's start. Okay, I'm gonna grab some cards. So what's happening within the Twin Flame connections this week, please, Spirit Team? From May 2nd to May 8th. So from Monday to Sunday this week, please. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, Spirit Team. You know what's really interesting? I work with deities and I work with my spirit guides, which I do see as my deities and ancestors. But for some reason, the Twin Flame journey feels very angelic to me. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, what's happening with the Divine Feminines? What's the energy around the Divine Feminines for this week, please? This is the True Love Reading cards by Belinda Grace. 2 cards for the feminines. For the masculines, what's the energy around the masculines for this week, please? Beautiful. Okay, yeah, I think I will just do all the cards first, guys. So feel free to skip ahead if you'd like. What's happening for the Twin Flame connections for the collective that I'm in alignment with for this week? Thank you. For the feminines, what's the energy around the feminines? Beautiful. And the energy around, energy around the masculines, please. Just to remind you guys, I am currently having 20% off all personal readings at the moment. So if you're interested in grabbing a personal reading, you can check the comment section. I will share the link for that. It's just until stocks last. So I think I've only got a few left of each. So definitely get on that as soon as possible. All right, these are the Moon Oracle by Carolyn Smith. Okay, what do we have for, what's the energy around the connection for this week, please, Spirit Team? Thank you. I don't like shuffling these ones like that for some reason. And what's the, let's get one more. Thank you. What's the energy around the Divine Feminines for this week? What's the energy around the Divine Masculines for this week? Beautiful. I saw those. It's looking good, guys. So let's start with, actually no, I'm just going to grab them all. Sorry, guys. If I'd have known I was going to do it like this, I would have done it sooner. I would have done it prior. All right, what's the energy around the connection for this week, please? Okay. Energy around the Divine Feminines for this week. That was too many. Oh, there we go. Energy around the Divine Masculines for this week. Haven't used these in a while. No wonder they're jumpy. Oh, okay, we've got 2 for the masculines. Wonderful, wonderful. What do I want to use next? Okay, we'll get some Green Witch Oracle. Energy around the connection, please. Right, left ear's ringing. So, high-pitched ringing. Energy around the connection, please, Spirit Team. Just 1 or 2 cards, not half the deck. There's a lot of like lethargy. I'm feeling so tired. This week, the eclipse energies just really made me so tired. Energy around the connection, please, Spirit Team. Thank you. Energy around the Divine Feminines for this week, please. Energy around the Divine Masculines for this week. Thank you. Let's get some Romance Angel cards now. I think we'll do the tarot segment, part of it separately. So we'll do the oracles for like the energies, and then we'll do the tarot as like a more in-depth, intricate. So this is probably going to be a long video. All right, what is the energy around the energies around the connection for this week, please, Spirit Team? Okay, well, I will take those three. And there was the one on top, wasn't it? Yep. Okay, energy for the divine, around the Divine Feminines for this week, please. Energy around the Divine Masculines for this week. For the Divine Feminines, I keep hearing What Do I Tell My Friends by... Who is it? It's by goodness gracious. That's not the person. He goes, what do I tell my friends? What do I tell my friends? Bree Runway. Yeah, guys, look, feminines, look up that song. It's like, and this could be as well, like why the friendships, the old friendships are coming up. Maybe there was like a lot of fear around an old partner when you were with these friends, about like, you know, maybe things were going wrong and they were like, you know, you got to leave him, like all that stuff, you know, what do I tell my friends? Like, I'm back with that person. So it's like releasing that type of energy, releasing that fear of ridicule from friends. Clarify, I mean, what? Energy around the Divine Masculines, please. Saints and Angels. Energy around the connection for this week, please. What's the energy around the connection, Angels, Spirit Team? Thank you. Energy around the Divine Feminines. Thank you. Energy around the Divine Masculines. I really need to work out a better situation for that. Don't let me go, I'm fragile. Actually a really good song, to be honest. That one. And then some Moonology cards. We will use the messages from the Divine Masculine as well. Decks, but we'll do that sort of towards the end, like as a little message from the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. All right, what's the energy around the connection this week, please, Spirit Guides? Energy around the Divine Feminines this week. Energy around the Divine Masculines this week. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, oh, almost forgot these ones. Energy around the connection for this week. Spirit team, what is the energy of the connection this week? What is the energy of the divine feminines this week toward the masculine? Energy of the divine masculine toward the feminine. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're ready to go. So we'll start with the connection, and then we'll do divine feminine, then we'll do divine masculine. All right, so energy around the connection, we have be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. So this is what both twins are really bringing to the connection this week. Let me just move that over there because that's the masculine's cards. Wonderful. Chivalry. Okay, so there's a sense of chivalry for the connection. So for both. Okay, beautiful. Let's read that. To be chivalrous is synonymous with having integrity and courage. The chivalrous male has a deep respect for the feminine and a powerful understanding that he himself is nurtured by supporting the feminine and helping her to thrive. He recognizes that actions like opening a door for a woman or offering a lady a seat can add a flourish of charm and style to the way he lives his life, and he derives joy from them. This is really interesting. My masculine and I, we went out to dinner on Saturday night. We went to dinner, and then we went to like our local arcade and did bowling and played arcade games. It was such a wonderful night. I posted about it on my Instagram. And as we were walking up the stairs to go into the restaurant, there were, I think it was like 3 girls behind us, like a group of friends behind us. And he'd obviously opened the door for me, but then he waited and let them through too. And it was, I thought it was such a chivalrous thing. Like I was very, it made me really giddy. Like, and I expressed that to him. I was like, look at you opening doors for women. You're such a gentleman. And he got really about that. And when I acknowledged things like that, when I acknowledged that about him and acknowledged that I respected that about him and I loved that about him, he pulled me close and gave me a little bit of a cuddle while we were waiting in line to be seated. So I just thought it was really beautiful. It's really interesting how when we nurture the beautiful things about our masculine, where probably in the past, maybe with exes or something like that, the ex would have seen that as something to be jealous about. You know, like, and you know, when my partner tells me that sometimes like he'll offer to help like a struggling old lady to take her groceries, or he'll pack the groceries in the car for her if he sees her struggling to put away, and he'll take her trolley back. Like, it's just, I really admire that within a person, and definitely admire that within my masculine, and I always like to make that known. So there's an air of chivalry within the connection this week. Moreover, he takes pride in the fact that he can be gallant without losing his sense of self or feeling demeaned. Appreciating and enjoying the inherent differences between the masculine and feminine helps the chivalrous male to enjoy this way of being and to be uplifted by the company of the luminous woman. So is that next? No, okay. By drawing this card today, you are calling the energy of chivalry into your life. If you are a man, you're encouraged to consider ways in which being chivalrous can enhance your life and to find more ways to demonstrate it. But beware, chivalry is not just about going through the motions. It's about understanding the subtle interplay of masculine and feminine energies and tapping into the sublime source of nature as well for some, nurture, warmth, support, and love that is available from the secure and supported feminine. Right? The story I just said, the secure and supported feminine. So obviously I was secure in that moment. I was secure in myself, but in that moment I was able to appreciate the chivalry that he had extended to others, not just me. And, you know, finding the simplistic respect that was in that, because you know, that in a man is something that I admire and something that I love. And to see that my divine masculine can extend that chivalry and extend that respect for the feminine, not just me, but other feminines in public, shows really where he's at and shows his receptivity to the feminine, if that makes sense. If you're a woman, this card is asking you to look at ways you could allow more chivalry into your life and encouraging you to look for the chivalrous qualities in the men around you. When a man does something chivalrous, gallant, or polite for you, thank him and let him know that you noticed his chivalrous quality. I've never read this before, and it's funny that I'm just sharing this experience. A compliment such as this will surely motivate him to behave this way again in the future. And it's funny because there was proof in that, right? There's proof in what this says, because as soon as I acknowledge that within him and acknowledge that I found it to be quite a respectful thing and a beautiful thing that he was able to hold the door for the other women, not just for me, like he let me go first, but he also held the door open for those other women behind me. To me, that showed that he has a deep sense of respect for women, because I knew it wasn't coming from a place of him needing acknowledgement. It was coming from a place of this is how he naturally is. And, you know, letting him know that made him even more receptive to the feminine, to the divine feminine energy, because he wanted to embrace me in that moment after I had acknowledged that within him, which is a beautiful thing. Audible guidance. So this week, and look at this, it says be supportive and chivalry. So being supportive and chivalrous of each other, but also the feminines this week, you are being supportive by acknowledging the chivalry that you're masculine, or just the masculines in your life, right? It doesn't have to be your divine masculine, but the masculine energies or the masculine chivalry that you experience, even if it's from like a female friend that does something chivalrous for you. That's the masculine quality within that, right? This is really what is being highlighted this week. Being supportive of that. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. Where did I just put that? Oh, here. Audible guidance. So let me just really get that, because let me see how that ties in. The ear ringing thing, pay attention to your ears ringing as well. But what number is that? Number 3. You have drawn this card today because your intuition is saying hello. When your intuition wants to get a message to you, it will use whatever means are available. Okay? Audible guidance often sounds more like a voice in your head or a thought and can be easy to brush aside when you're busy. You may also experience an external disembodied voice, as though there is someone else in the room with you or nearby. Audible guidance can also come in the form of a conversation with another person, whereby they unwittingly become the messenger for exactly what you needed to know. If you experience chivalry from someone, from a man or someone who isn't your divine masculine this week, I feel like this is a really, really great sign. I feel like this is a great sign of your masculine coming forth and being chivalrous to you. If you can acknowledge that chivalry and thank that person and show your appreciation, I think that's helping things put... How do I link that up, Spirit? Going back to the story of how when I acknowledged that within my masculine, I got more from him in that moment. I got more of what I was wanting from him naturally. It occurred organically. So if you are experiencing this with, if you know, someone down the street, maybe someone opens a door for you and it's not your masculine, right? If you can show your appreciation and thank you so much for that. Like, you know, really, my ears ringing again, really acknowledge that. This is a really great sign that you're on the right track and that you can soon expect some chivalry from your masculine. Yeah, I feel that really strongly. Okay. So from the Moon Oracle, we have Ishtar, which is a Babylonian god, I think. Let me check. And we also have Passion. So the energy, yeah, passion here. Okay, they want me to take this one too. And the lizard energy. All right, so let's look at the Moon Oracle first. So okay, well, we've got passion here. So passion. I think is the moon. Where's the moon today? Sorry, I need to know for this because there's a couple of different. Okay, so it's still in Taurus. Okay. As the moon's light increases during this phase of the moon, the outcome of the matter in which you are involved becomes clearer, and the need to bring it to the desired completion is extremely strong. The issue now becomes an all-pervasive passion. When this card is, oh yeah, that's okay, cool. So there's lots of passion here. There's lots of there's a lot of passion within the connection this week, but it's through being supportive of one another's authenticity. I don't know why they're giving me that. The outcome of the matter in which you were involved in becomes clearer, and the need to bring it to the desired completion is extremely strong. This issue now becomes an all-pervasive passion. So it's like both of you are really committed to, it's like the union, the idea of union, the idea of reconnecting, the idea of coming together has become a passion. So both of you are going towards it, and both of you are sort of like really on the same, on the same page with that. All right, let's find Ishtar. White goddess, Pisces, okay, Pisces energy. The key phrase, be malleable, right? So be flexible, allow the universe to mold you into, allow the universe to, I don't like the mold you into, but allow the universe to help mold you into your full divine feminine energy. Sorry, that's really annoying me. Wow, okay. The card meaning, this white goddess indicates that you must be firm and take strong positive action to achieve your aims. This is what both of you are doing. So Ishtar is Assyrian pantheon, from the Assyrian pantheon, okay. Said by some to be the daughter of Sin, and by others the daughter of Anu. Those who held her to be the daughter of Sin regarded her as a war goddess, and those who held she was the daughter of Anu regarded her as a goddess of love. Okay, so I feel like here, melding both of those energies. The warrior Ishtar always is represented in a chariot drawn by 7 fierce lions and holding a bow in her hand. She was known as the Lady of Battles. As the goddess of love and voluptuousness, she was no more gentle. She would show irritability and violence on every occasion in which her desires were thwarted. In her youth, Ishtar loved Tammuz, the god of harvest. Her love was said to have caused his death. Consumed by grief, Ishtar descended into the underworld in the hope of rescuing Tammuz. At each of the gates of the 7 precincts, she removed an article of clothing. On arrival in the underworld, Ishtar was taken prisoner. During her time of imprisonment, no creatures engaged in acts of procreation on earth, causing desolation, and in heaven there was great sorrow. Sin, Ishtar's father, asked to help him rescue her, and Erishkigal, queen of the underworld, was forced to release Ishtar by means of a spell concocted by A. She was sprinkled with the water of life, and retrieving her garments at each of the 7 gates, she returned to freedom. So this really talks about a journey there. The card meaning. If you have selected this card, you will need to fight for something you wish to regain. It may be necessary to symbolically strip down to the barest essentials, give up everything else in order to fight this particular battle, and even then you may need to call for assistance at the end. The element of Pisces is water, and it is the ability of water to flow around or wear down any obstruction, so water emotion, that is at the heart of the meaning of this card. If this card is selected, March will be a significant month with regard to the question. Okay, interesting. So as well, be malleable. Allow the universe to mold you, right? Allow this to become your passion, right? Allow this connection. And I feel like really get down to the roots of removing the idea of what it is supposed to be, or how things are supposed to be, and getting to the crux of, if you notice chivalrous things in nature, acknowledge it, be supportive, show that you care. Forget all the tit for tat. No, none of that. No games, no nothing. That is not how you get to union. It absolutely is not. How you get to union is by being authentic and acting upon your authentic desires. Don't shut out this beautiful energy simply because you feel like, you know, oh, so now they want to be chivalrous. It's like none of that. And if that's where you're at, then you have a lot more work to do. And I implore you to take it in your stride and be passionate about the connection and getting it to a place that you want to be. And in order to do that, you need to be malleable. You need to go on a journey, and you need to strip off all of the conditioning, right? All of the conditioning of how you think it is supposed to be, how you think the connection is supposed to go. Because this isn't this isn't a connection like you have experienced before. This is the real deal. We're dealing with the big guns here. So we need to treat it as such. We can't treat it like anything else. Like, you know, we can't add, it sounds funny, but we can't treat it like real life, because this transcends that. And this is a transcendence, Divine Feminines. We're transcending those layers. Now the Lizard card, instinctual. So act from instinct, not fear, not from a place of fear. Fear. I can't remember what the acronym is. Liz from Guided by Angels said it in one of her videos, one of her twin flame videos the other day. It's like an acronym for fear. Fear entertains anxiety, something like that. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. It, as if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. So when in balance, artistic, telepathic, spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, and flaky. To bring into balance a creative project. So this is passion. So getting back to your passions this week is really going to be super important for the connection, and it's what's going to be happening. Let's get more, because I feel like I'm taking too much time. I might do this in 3 separate videos, I think. So this video is just going to be, I just saw 3737. This video is going to be the energies for the connection for the week. Let me just look up the 37 in here. 37, the masters of manifestation are surrounding you and helping you create the life you have always dreamed of. Okay, so amplified, 3737. Strength, so there's an inner strength happening within the connection this week. Now, the romance angel, actually no, we'll do the moonology card first. Luck is on your side. So strength, passion, and luck. Retreat. Yep. And this is talking about stripping down, stripping away all of the layers of all the gunk, all the stuff you don't need. Really evaluating this week what is important to you, really acknowledging the chivalry, really making an effort to be supportive, really focusing on what it is you love about this connection, what it is you love about your twin, what it is you love, like, and just not holding back out of resentment. And if you feel the need to be resentful, the garbage truck. If you feel the need to be resentful, then you know that there's more work to be done. One sec. Feel free to skip ahead. I just pulled the romance cards. Beautiful energy. So we've got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So in this instant, yes, this is your person. This is your twin. This is like reaffirming that to you. Playfulness. So allow playfulness. Okay, allow playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And I feel like for the feminines, right, for the masculines, this is the circus tent, right? For the feminines, this is the dreaming of old friends. This is maybe old friends are resurfacing. When you think of an old friend from high school or even like primary school or something that you don't necessarily talk to anymore, that nothing really happened that you can remember, but you just sort of grew your separate ways. When you think of that friend, I can guarantee you that friend, or maybe it's multiple like me, those friends are the ones where you felt most alive, where you had the most fun with. And you think of them and you see them as fun, right? You don't realize, but you brought that energy to them as well. And we've got honeymoon. So enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I feel like this week, there's going to be a lot of divine masculines and divine feminines spending time with each other. What the heck was that about? So yeah, I feel like a lot of divine masculines and divine feminines are going to be spending some time with each other this week. And divine feminines, if your divine masculine asks you to hang out or go somewhere, maybe you guys are traveling, okay? It might be a chivalrous thing that, you know, your masculine reaches out and go, hey, I hope you're free next weekend or weekend after. I've booked us a weekend away. You know, I hope you'd like to come. This is a retreat, honeymoon. Don't be afraid to say yes. It's like almost like you feel as though you have to play games and you feel like you can't seem too interested or too keen or too open because of whatever happened last time. You need to just go with it. If it feels right, you need to just go with it. Yeah, let me get some tarot for the connection for this week. I'm going to use the After Tarot just to get a little bit more information on what's happening with the energies. Yeah, so it's almost like, yeah, there's a need to sort of like, on both ends, realizations are happening, understandings are happening, and decisions are being made from an enlightened place. So make sure, divine feminines, divine masculines, when you're making these decisions, they're coming from an enlightened place. Seek guidance. I feel like seek guidance. Seek guidance. Cosmic guidance before reaching out. Cosmic guidance before accepting anything, because I feel like the cosmic guidance that you receive will be telling you not to hold back out of fear. Look at this, not to hold back out of fear, because this is the path. This is the path that you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to say yes to this, right? This is like, well, this is the path to union. And a lot of the feminines that are, I think, dealing with this feeling of like, you know, why should I say yes when they did this or they did that? You know, that resentment, right? That's not authentic. That's not authentic to what you're feeling. You're feeling like that because you think that's how you're feeling like that because you think that's how you're supposed to feel, right? This is actually an opportunity to help you guys move on from past difficulties toward union. And this is where the What Do I Tell My Friends song comes in. You tell them the truth. You tell them this, I feel like this is what I need to do. And if your friends set boundaries and go, okay, well, please don't come to me crying when this and this and this doesn't work out, you need to respect those boundaries, right? But it's not really even a part of it. Okay, so don't be afraid to say yes to things just because your friends or family might have something to say. Because at the end of the day, this isn't, they don't understand. This isn't just a average connection or average relationship. This is, things are getting ready to go. Things like, it's like the car's running, are you going to get in? And it's like, do you want union or do you not? Ask yourself that question. Do I want union? Because this is the way to union. And I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about like being tested on this journey. You know, like, are you going to say yes when your masculine comes around and tries to take advantage of you again? It's not about that, because regardless, even if they are, right? Even if it is a test, there's a lesson in there. So I really just don't like the whole there's a lot of misconception about twins and about the twin flame journey, and about, you know, how to handle that. How you handle it is what you feel inside, not the fear that comes up of, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? I want to say yes, but is that just me being codependent? Is that just me being needy? No, you do what you need to do. Regardless, you're going to get something out of it. Regardless, you're going to progress. Regardless, you don't be scared of making decisions based on what others think, based on what your friends are going to say. What do I tell them? You tell them the truth, and you say it with conviction. You say it with conviction. This feels right to me right now, and I am, you know, I don't think there's going to be consequences, but if there is, I'm making this decision with those consequences in mind, and I'm open to learning lessons if that is what I need to do. But right now, accepting this chivalry and appreciating it and allowing myself to appreciate it is what is right for me right now. And masculines, it's being this chivalrous divine masculine, asking your feminine to go away with you, asking to see them, asking to do this, being chivalrous. If this is what feels right and this feels authentic right now for you, you need to do it. Don't worry about what you're going to tell other people. You need to act first, think later. And it sounds funny, but when it comes to doing this, it's like really following your heart and really being true to you this week. That's what's happening this week. All right, guys, if you're interested in checking out the divine feminine energies, divine feminines, I highly recommend you doing that before you check out the masculine ones. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to upload that first. And then I'm going to upload the divine masculines in a separate video. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, 40% off all of personal readings right now. If you're interested, head to the comment section. I will post a link there. It's until stocks last. So if you're interested, go and get your reading now. I look forward to reading for you. Please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I'm really trying to build a community here, and let me know if this resonated down below. Leave a comment. I'd love to chat with you guys, and I will see you soon.